How does a team dominate a match with 68% possession and still need a goal in the final 2 minutes just to qualify? If you had asked anyone before the Spain versus Belgium match who was more likely to win, the answer would probably have been Spain. Up to that point, they had been one of the tournament's standout teams, playing attractive football, dominating every opponent they faced, and conceding 0 goals. But knockout football has never cared about statistics or previous performances. It can all change in a single moment, and that's exactly what happened here. Spain controlled the game from the opening whistle to the final minute, but Belgium kept fighting until the very end, before Mikel Merino stepped in to write the final chapter himself. Looking at the post-match statistics, it's easy to understand just how dominant Spain were. They enjoyed 68% possession compared to Belgium's 32%. Spain completed 663 passes with an outstanding 91% accuracy, while Belgium managed just 295 passes at 81% accuracy. The gap was just as clear in attack. Spain attempted 18 shots with 8 on target, while Belgium managed only 5 shots, including just 2 on target. Almost every statistic suggested that Spain were the superior side. Yet the scoreline on the pitch was telling a completely different story. From the very first minute, Spain played their usual style: patient possession, short passing, aggressive pressing immediately after losing the ball, and constant off-the-ball movement. Belgium, on the other hand, had a very clear game plan. They defended with numbers, closed down the central areas, and waited patiently for opportunities to launch counter-attacks. Both teams entered the match knowing exactly what they wanted to do. As the game progressed, the action became almost entirely concentrated around Belgium's penalty area. Spain monopolized possession, while Lamine Yamal continuously caused problems down the right flank. Every time he received the ball, he forced Belgium's defenders to retreat. In midfield, Fabian Ruiz and Pedri dictated the tempo, keeping Belgium chasing the ball for long stretches. This had been one of Spain's greatest strengths throughout the tournament. They didn't dominate possession simply to look good, they did it to wear their opponents down. Completing 663 passes in a knockout match is an extraordinary number, and with a passing accuracy of 91%, Belgium were forced to expend enormous amounts of energy without seeing much of the ball. Yet despite Spain's dominance, Belgium held firm. Thibaut Courtois was producing an outstanding performance, while the Belgian defense kept clearing every dangerous opportunity. It gradually began to feel like Spain might run into the same problem that possession-based teams sometimes face: plenty of control, but no goal. Until the 30th minute, another Spanish attack. The ball found Fabian Ruiz. The Spanish star struck it calmly. Goal. Spain 1-0 Belgium. It was a thoroughly deserved goal. Spain had been the better side from the very beginning, and the fans started to believe the game would become much more comfortable from that point on, especially since Belgium had barely managed to get out of their own half. But football is never that simple. Belgium made the most of virtually their first real chance of the match. The clock showed the 41st minute. A quick counter-attack. A brief opening appeared. The ball reached Charles de Ketelaere. The Belgian midfielder didn't hesitate. He struck it first time, and the ball hit the back of the net, 1-1. What made the goal even more remarkable was that it wasn't just an equalizer. It was the very first goal Spain had conceded in the entire tournament. After keeping clean sheets throughout their previous matches, Spain suddenly found themselves having to start all over again. That was a valuable lesson. Belgium proved that you don't need 10 chances to score. Sometimes all you need is one, and that was the philosophy they stuck to throughout the entire match. Defend, stay patient, and capitalize on any mistake or any bit of space that appeared. The first half ended 1-1, but anyone who looked only at the scoreline without watching the game would have assumed it had been an even contest. In reality, it was anything but. Spain had dominated possession, created far more chances, and controlled the tempo. Belgium, meanwhile, stayed alive thanks to their disciplined defending and ruthless efficiency in front of goal. As the second half began, Spain came out with a very clear mindset. They needed to settle the game before Belgium gained any more confidence. Right from the restart, Spain resumed their relentless pressure, as if Belgium's equalizer before halftime had never happened. The ball moved quickly once again between Pedri and Fabian Ruiz, while Lamine Yamal started drifting more frequently between the lines. Belgium, however, dropped even deeper, defending with virtually every outfield player. It became one of the toughest spells of the match, with Spain launching attack after attack only to be met by a defensive wall of almost 10 Belgian players. As the clock ticked on, Spain's pressure kept growing. Corner kicks came one after another, something reflected in the statistics as well. Spain finished with 5 corners compared to just 1 for Belgium. Even the offside numbers favored Spain, with 3 offsides to Belgium's 1, showing how relentlessly the Spanish side kept trying to break through the defensive line. Belgium, on the other hand, believed that every minute the score remained level was a victory in itself. They only looked to attack when a clear opening presented itself. itself. That explains why they finished the match with just 5 shots, only 2 of them on target. Those numbers were modest, but they were enough to keep Spain nervous until the very end. Then, in the 71st minute, a moment arrived that completely changed the course of the game. Thibaut Courtois picked up an injury and was unable to continue. One of the world's best goalkeepers was forced off, and substitute goalkeeper Sen Lammens came on in his place. At the time, many people probably didn't think much of the substitution, but before long, it would become clear that it was one of the defining moments of the entire match. Spain sensed an even greater opportunity. They increased the tempo once again, started shooting from different distances, and looked for every possible way to test the substitute goalkeeper. Belgium, meanwhile, began to show signs of physical fatigue, which was only natural after spending more than 70 minutes chasing the ball against a team that had enjoyed 68% possession. As the match entered its final 10 minutes, anxiety began to spread among the Spanish fans. The game was starting to resemble so many others they'd seen before. Complete dominance, countless chances, yet the score was still level. And that's the most dangerous kind of match because a single counter-attack can change everything. In the 86th minute, Luis de la Fuente played his final card. One player came off. Mikel Merino came on. And strangely enough, Merino had become a specialist at one thing in this tournament, showing up exactly when his team needed a hero. Just 2 minutes later, the 88th minute, another Spanish attack. Pressure inside the penalty area. The ball reached the substitute goalkeeper. Sen Lammens failed to deal with it cleanly, and Merino was exactly where he needed to be. Goal. Spain to Pai beyond 2 ready to 1. The Belgium in a single second, everything Belgium had worked for throughout the match disappeared. They had defended for more than 88 minutes, absorbed relentless pressure, and held their ground for almost the entire game. But one mistake was enough to bring it all crashing down. That's the cruelty of knockout football. Sometimes 90 minutes of hard work can be undone by a single moment. What made the goal even more special was Merino's celebration. He didn't celebrate like a player who had simply scored another goal. He knew he had scored the goal that sent Spain through. And it wasn't the first time he had delivered in this tournament. Merino had developed a reputation for scoring decisive goals, proving once again that a substitute can completely change the course of a match. After falling behind, Belgium pushed forward for what felt like the first time all game. But it was too late. Spain managed the closing minutes intelligently, keeping possession and moving the ball calmly from one player to another, making full use of their superiority on the ball. It was the perfect way to see out the match. Looking back at the final statistics, they told the story perfectly. Spain finished with 68% possession, completing 663 passes compared to Belgium's 295. They registered 18 shots to Belgium's 5, including 8 shots on target compared to just 2 for the Belgians. Those are the numbers of a team that imposed its identity from the opening whistle to the final minute, fully deserving its place in the semi-finals, even if it had to wait until the 88th minute to secure it. At the same time, Belgium deserve enormous credit for their performance. They played to their strengths. They never tried to compete with Spain in the battle for possession because they knew that was a fight they couldn't win. Instead, they defended with discipline and looked to capitalize on the few opportunities that came their way. They scored from virtually their first real chance and came within minutes of forcing the match into extra time. As for Spain, they proved once again that they are far more than just a team that plays beautiful football. They have character. Even after conceding their first goal of the tournament, they never lost their composure. They never abandoned their style. They kept believing that the winning goal would come, and eventually it did. Perhaps the biggest lesson from this match is that Spain dominated possession, completed hundreds of passes, and created chance after chance. Yet they only won because they capitalized on one tiny mistake. It's a reminder for every team at the World Cup. No matter how organized you are, no matter how well you defend, one single error against a top side can bring an entire tournament dream to an end. When the final whistle blew, Spain booked their place in the semi-finals, while Belgium bowed out after fighting until the very last minutes. History won't remember how well Belgium defended. History will remember that Mikel Merino came off the bench, scored in the 88th minute, and sent Spain into the final four. And in the end, people may remember Merino as the man who scored the winning goal. But anyone who watched the match knows that Spain's qualification was built on 90 minutes of patience and persistence. Because at the World Cup, championships aren't won by the first opportunity. They're won by the team that keeps believing and keeps fighting until the very last moment.